Hi golfers, Nick here from GOLFTEC Singapore. It's Friday, so welcome to another lesson on golf tips. This week on golf tips, we're going to talk about the takeaway position in the golf swing and what moves the club from the setup to shaft parallel, which we call P2. What happens to the body, what happens to the hands, so we're going to talk about that today. So before we take a look at the video and the movements of the body, I'm just going to hit a shot here. So on the mat here, I've got my grid set up. You may have seen this before. This is my outside one. This is the path for the club head, and the inside one is the path from the hands. So both the hands and the club should move inwards at the same rate. So when you get to shaft parallel position 2, the takeaway, the club should be in line with hands. That's what we're looking for. We will go into some detail afterwards on how the body moves, but basically what we're going to see is how the shoulder moves downwards and how my body turns. A lot of people question the takeaway. They think that everything move together in one piece? Does it just the hands? Well, today we're going to go into some detail on that and what the best players do. So first of all, let's hit a shot. So pretty good shot in there, pretty straight. Just pushed out to the right, slight little draw of it, pretty much standard shot. So let's go through my swing in a bit of detail, see what body movements are happening as the club moves from setup to shaft parallel. So we're going to take a look at my golf swing here, just using the motion numbers. So you know my normal ball flight is a draw, push draw, and that's because the draw is built in. So if I circle my shoulder there and draw a straight line down, this is the center point of my golf swing. So when I'm hitting this golf ball, my club is still moving out to the right and slightly downwards using the grid lines. So the outside line I'm just drawing here on the right hand side is the path that the club should follow. The inside one is the path that the hand should follow. That's my grid. So when we look at the swing today, we're going to be looking at how do we keep that club on the grid, on the swing plane. So on the left hand picture here, I'm just going to draw a line up the shaft and another one through the top of the elbow. So when you look at the best golfers in the world, they all swing sort of in this cone in the downswing. Some might take it out or under on the way back, but generally majority of the golfers would be on this swing plane as they come down. This is kind of like the grid in the air. If you're swinging along these lines, you're going to have a reasonably straight swing direction. It obviously depends on the exit position as well, but today we're just going to talk a little bit about the takeaway and the different movements that occur. So from face on, you can see I'm just going to draw a line in for the shoulders. That's basically my shoulder tilt. So as I set up, my shoulders are tilted slightly to the right, just to do with the grip where the right hand's lower than the left. Also, if we take a look at the turns of the body, these are all tour averages, these are all green. So at GOLFTEC here we use different colours to represent different meanings. So green is within the tour average. So you'll see how the shoulders are turned 8 degrees and the hips 0 degrees. So the purpose of this video is really just to show you guys what happens in the tour player's golf swing from setup P1 to position 2 at shaft parallel. So very quickly, as the swing starts back here, already you can see how much the shoulders and the hips are turning, and already I've moved into a leftward tilt by this stage. As this keeps going, you can see frame by frame, more side tilt to the left, more turning, so tilting, turning. As I get to shaft parallel position 2, you can see shoulders are turned 51 degrees, okay? They were 8 degrees open, now they're 51 degrees closed. Hips 0 degrees at setup, 28 degrees closed. Shoulder tilt 9 to the right setup, 29 to the left at shaft parallel. So I think these are very key sort of movements to bring the club inwards on the right trajectory, and the hands. So if you look at the left hand picture, just watch how my hands and my club pretty much track this line in the backswing. Okay, if I didn't turn my body, it'd be very difficult to track this line. So when you look at the tour averages, a lot of them are probably turning a lot more than you would imagine. So I do see a lot of different opinions on what happens in the takeaway, and obviously of course it's what happens at impact is the most important thing, but certainly at this stage, just to take that club back on the grid and back on plane, certain movements have to occur, and I think a lot of people will be surprised at how much the body does turn and tilt to the left just at this stage. This is such a short period of time, right, from setup P1 to P2, how much that body's actually turned. Obviously there's more detail to go into the rest of the swing, but really today is really just to talk about the takeaway and just show you guys what actually happens from P1 to P2. So if you've got any questions on that, post them in the box below. If you don't already, please follow me on my other social media platforms, and we'll see you again soon for another video on golf tips.